Hi, good morning. It's Madam Eileen here. Today we're going to work on llamas. Someone the other day asked me if I could do a very fast llama for line work. Now, line work is something that you can do in 1 minute or less if possible, 3 minutes tops. Because when you have 100 kids and each design takes 3 minutes, the event's over by the time you get to the first 100 kids. So line work is something you can do really fast. So if you want to get good at line work, that's what you need to do. Okay, so that's my line work advice. So now on to the llama. You want to get 3 160s, you want to get a 260, and you want to get a 350 blush end. Save your scraps. Did I tell you to save your scraps? You can use them in future projects, and so it doesn't go, nothing goes to waste. All right, we're going to take these, and we're going to take 2 of them, and we're going to just do lots of little loops. So the bigger your loop, the less tail you need. The more loops you do, the more tail you need. So it depends on how many loops you're going to do. But you definitely want to get 7 or more. So I like to wrap around my thumb, nice and tight, pinch the nozzle and the outer balloon around, and then to keep it from twisting, I take that tail, push it through the loop, and that's called a lock twist. So now we're ready to begin. Now we're going to do a whole bunch more loops. These loops are about 3 of my little fingers long. Not even half the length of a finger. We're just, to make the loop into the big bunch, I twist the loop, size it with one of the neighboring loops, push my thumb up to the middle of the cluster on below, take my finger on top and push down, and pinch and twist and roll that around. So loop measure, pinch, twist, measure, pinch it, twist it, and repeat. I like to hold it against my tummy to give it just more stability. And then sometimes you're down to just this little bit. Sometimes you can snip the tip, let a little bit of air out, and see if you can just squeeze one more loop out. But if it's too small, just let it go. So you just have a mass of loops. I really didn't count. I just made lots of little loops. We're going to do that again. After a while, you'll instinctively know when you need to stop at your tail because you've made so many. It just becomes part of your muscle memory. That's why people say when you're trying to master design, try to do the design 10 times. Now me, I don't follow that advice. I am an artist. I draw and I think about it almost 10 times. 1, I watch the video. 2, I re-watch the video for any parts I did not understand. 3, I start drawing in pencil the notes that how I understand that the balloons move. 4, again, I go to parts of the video where I might have problems conceptualizing exactly what they did. 5, I then take ink and I ink over my pencil. 6, I take another pen and I shade the different balloons represented in my drawing. So I know what balloon, what went where. And then finally I take a red pen and I draw where the balloons are going, not just the pictures. And then finally I get an eraser and erase each segment of my drawing. So there's at least 8 or 9 different times that I'm actually thinking about a design before I actually twist the design. Of course, some designs are so complicated, I have to start twisting just because my brain just can't make sense on the two-dimensional page. What did they just do? I have to like physically get in there 3D. So there's more than one way to learn balloons. Just find which way works best for you. Maybe reading out of a book is best, maybe a video. But anyways, we're on to the third 160. Inflate it just like the others. Leave a generous tail. And there's only two things we're going to do different. Left a lot of tail this time. This one is going to be the head. You are going to want to make an ear. And then you're going to do your first tiny loop. And then you make a whole bunch of tiny loops. And then when you get to the end, just make sure you try to make one more ear standing up. So the ear is about the full length of my finger. You want the ears definitely to be longer than the top of your loop. And it looks like we are there. And we just make sure it's the same size. You can always make the ears bigger. As you see, I did have plenty of room there. I could have made the ear just a little bit longer because I left plenty of room for me. Trim the nozzles and the end off. That's the head. Now we're going to do the body. We're going to put it together. Take your 260. Always let a pinch of air out before you tie the knot. It makes the balloon relaxed and twistable. Now I'm holding the knot. I push the knot into the middle of the cluster. Push my thumb down to hold the balloon in place. And then I pull that knot around and then I let go. Now we go for how long we want the neck. Twist the segment, pinch it, take the next cluster of 160 loops, take my thumb, press it into the cluster, and then you can roll the head around, back up to the top. Now the feet, you can just do regular dog legs, just a simple down and up. I want to do another video and show you alternate ideas for this design. Adjust the loops just a little bit so that our 260 sticks straight back. Measure a tummy. You want a little bit of space showing. Llamas and alpacas usually have that belly section showing. After you twist your segment, take your thumb and pull it into the center of the cluster. Squeeze and roll. Squeeze just a little bit and roll the balloon all around. We've attached the fanny. And now we do another set of dog legs. I set it down on a counter. Front legs on a counter and the back twist just to make sure I got it where I want it. And then this comes back up, pinch, twist, and then pull it into the cluster while twisting the rest of the 260 around some of the loops. Since this is the ending balloon, you want to wrap it around well, at least 3 times. 4 would not be overkill before you break it off. And that's cracked. So this is the body of our llama. Now it's just a matter of moving those loops around so it's exact, so it sits where you want it. Okay, I've moved the loops so it's standing how I want it. Now you want to take your 350 scrap you only want it just a little bit to the base of your thumb. I find this fatter balloon is cuter. That's a little bit too long. I need to let a little bit more air out. Yeah, that looks really good. Once you have the end size the way you want it, tie a knot, hold the knot, push it into the center of the loops, and go around different loops. And then, if it's a really long tail, you can just cut it off. Now we adjust the bubbles, adjust the ears, then it's marker art time. I like to draw a big circle, and then I draw a circle on the side. That's where the shine of the eye is going to be, and then you can just fill it all in. This is not a complicated eye. And then I'm going to flick up 3 curved lines, thin and tiny. That'll be for the eyelashes. Repeat on the other side. So there's the other side. And the nose, I find that if you just do the nose that you do for sheep, which is basically a letter Y, it's just adorable. That's my llama alpaca. Cute and cuddly. Now my other one can have a friend. Have a llama party. Well, I'll show you some fun variations next time. Bye.